All right. Hello. Welcome to Yapback. My name's Dare. This is Craven. If he wants to say hello,
Raven, hey yo.
I thought you were gonna give him a middle finger then,
Would I do that?
because your hand just went out blurred like it was like a sensor. You know what I mean? Uh,
I probably is a middle finger somewhere
yeah.
here where you can see it.
um, but yeah, this episode is going to be kind of focused on the anime that we're watching. For this one in particular, we have set each other an anime like the week prior to watch, so we're gonna like talk about those. But in future weeks, we're gonna talk about like seasonals or like multiple shows or just things you're kind of watching in general, as long as like it's something we both have in common to talk about. Um, so yeah, so this week, I don't know if you would like to go first or me. I don't mind, whichever
I
you.
think you should go first because I feel like we have a lot more to talk about regarding my one.
Are you sure? Okay, all right.
I feel like.
So for me, do you want to tell the viewers what you set me to watch?
Um, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it was some artist show. I forgot the name. I just know from what I remember because I watched this a while back. Is that it was basically a season of a seasonal show that you can watch like very well one by one because there's no like proper stories, like very episodic.
Mhm.
It's and it's just about uh s- gods creating the animals and how they created them, like how they invented them type of thing, and it's related to some actual like facts in terms of like biology, I guess.
Yeah.
um
So the
so yeah.
show is called Heaven's Design Team. And like you
Yeah.
said, it's very episodic. There's 12 episodes you said, but there's kind of 13 because there was like some like Prime only like video like for like the
Boo
final
hoo, you
episode.
had to
Yeah.
watch one
So
more.
yeah, when yeah, because I was very generous with giving you a 12 episode season, right? But yeah, so unfortunately, I had to watch 13 episodes. But yeah, we made, or at least I made notes as I went through it, just like give my views, especially like things as I learned as I went. So the first note I did make actually when watching this show was that I pointed out kind of what you just mentioned there, where I said that it seems Heaven is obsessed with animals. And then I also put like a question forward for like the podcast in general. It's like because like they were talking about modifying animals to like improve them or make them better than like a previous like design or something. Is there like an animal that you would like to modify, and like if so, like what and how?
Jesus. Can we make mosquitoes not have that annoying sound like when they come near you?
Just the sound, you want
Thanks.
them to be like silent.
Yeah, I don't care if they bite me, like whatever. Like,
You could just remove the mouth or something. No, you just want them to be quiet.
yeah, because it's just one annoying animal that's like, if they bite me, it's whatever. It's actually technically good for you because it builds your immune system, type of thing.
Mhm.
So it's not that bad. It's just the sound, man. I don't want to. I can't. It's. I don't want to hear that thing when I'm trying to sleep. Like I cannot sleep.
I mean, do you not have
So I guess that's
like
my
fly
one.
nets or anything like that to like cover like windows or like doors so that they can't like come in?
I mean, I don't, but I could.
Yeah, you probably should, because then your issue might be solved without the noise. But for myself, what would I do? Kind of because you mentioned it, I kind of want to go down like the insect route now, and like I would like spiders to be like massive again, because like
Why?
because have you ever watched Eight-Legged Freaks? Have you ever watched that film?
No.
Okay, well, it's like spiders that are supersized, and like there's this like one scene where they're escaping like hunting spiders or something, or like wolf spiders. Like they were spiders that jump, anyways, and like they're on like a motorbike scene, and I'd like to recreate that. That's kind of fun.
What is wrong with you?
I think it'd be really cool. I mean, I'd be terrified, but it'd
It'd
be
be
really
so
cool.
fucking cool to have like giant ass spiders around the world, just as if the small ones don't create enough problems
Well,
already.
think about it. Like, there's also the world where potentially giant spiders could be like domesticated, and then we could like ride giant spiders. Like that'd be cool.
No,
No.
no, just no.
I think it'd be cool. Anyways, um, I started to like kind of like I'm not really sure why my notes took a turn this way, but like I started mentioning that Heaven has more playtesting than most video games because like they've got like a whole like lab research facility where like
Right.
they're like oh, what if this thing was like massive and like no, it doesn't work, and like oh, what if it had like two stomachs or something? It's like no, it doesn't work. Explain why, like you said, it's very like educational on like why these things like never really like I guess come out into the real world. Like you think of some like cool ideas and like now it can't work. Um, and then I put that they seem to be really obsessed with inventing giraffes. And then I put down, is a deer or a cow older than a giraffe? Because for some reason I got locked into this mindset that everything had to like when they invented it is when it got released, if that makes sense. So like I was like, okay, so if they've released a giraffe now, but later on, like they've invented a cow, is the giraffe then chronologically older than the cow? So I was adamant
Right.
onto
I
this,
see what you mean.
and I
As
put
it,
it, yeah.
I was gonna say, as if like you kind of have a base of an animal before you make the other one,
Yeah,
and
so
I
so I
guess.
was so I was wondering. I was like, is there like facts to this? Like, is there like a timeline where like a giraffe is like actually like in the real world like older than a cow? So I actually looked it up, and apparently like there's no like dead set date of when like these creatures like came into existence because obviously it's a very long time ago. Um, but it appears that they're like genus or whatever was like around the same time. So it kind of makes sense that in the same episode all of them were created because you could argue that they were all just created at the same time. Um and another thing I put down, but I did find out a bit more later, is like I was like, oh, they don't question why they need more designs because like God's just like, yeah, make more stuff, like just make more. And I was like, why aren't they questioning it? But like they kind of put it down later on in like the season as like, oh well, he's like our employer, so you don't really question like the guy that's like paying you to do it. You
Yeah.
just do what you're told. I was like, you know what, fair enough. um and I put like even after R&D, God has to accept. So even after they've like researched and developed something that actually like functions in like the real world, it's then still up to God if he likes it or not. Because like you could make like I can't remember if it was fully true in this episode, but I know that at some point they make a dragon, and dragons do work. But then God's like, nah, like it's not good enough. Like he doesn't like it, so that's why God, like why dragons don't like exist. Um, and then I still got wrapped around this like chronological thing. Like I was like, horses came before snakes. I don't believe it. So I just got like looped into this thing. Then I put down. I like the idea that some of the designers want to sabotage each other's designs. Because like that was like something that happened. Like there was this one like segment in one of the episodes where there's a guy that's obsessed with making snakes and another one that's obsessed with making birds, and the guy that was making the snakes always wanted them to be able to like kill birds in some way, and like the birds were then trying to make defense mechanisms for the snakes, and then the snakes would modify themselves to like counteract the mechanism that the bird made. And I thought it was cool that like they were kind of like competing with each other and how that like dynamic works with like nature and stuff. That like every animal has different tools that are designed to help each other, but then they kind of have like counter designs to each other as well.
Yeah, it's like a kaiju battle.
Yeah, like I put
You're
it down
just
as
messing around.
I just said that Heaven has patch notes or patch updates. I was like, oh no, they think this one's too broken now because the mechanism's too strong. Now we need to make it like a
Yeah,
patch update where like this thing now doesn't work anymore.
I mean,
um,
I guess that is kind of like what's it called? Darwin's like theory.
Yeah, okay. I do get into that in a bit because, to be honest, they actually don't really go into it, which I think kind of makes sense for what it's going for. But I'll get to that when because it does come up in my notes. So I also put like early alpha testing because like they had like this like it's like in the Galapagos like islands, like that's like their testing facility. Um, and then I also put, just for the chronological like side of things, I was like, oh, dinosaurs had early access, although dinosaurs didn't come up at this point. Uh, and then I said my overall notes. I think I was like 3 episodes in at this point. So overall notes, I said there seems to be an issue with chronology. Um, but we'll let it slide because like I said, they don't mention dinosaurs or anything at all. Like and but I mean that's we'll put a note on that because that does come up later. But at this point it didn't. So I was just saying that I was like, oh yeah, dinosaurs like weren't really mentioned or anything like that. So I wonder what like is going on with it. But I was like, oh, we'll let it slide. It's fun. Oh yeah, the other thing as well was that I was taking the show way too literal as well. Like the designers themselves, I was like, oh, they're mentioning like bullets and clothing and like them being humans and stuff, and I'm like, well, like that kind of stuff didn't entirely exist, like on the invention of animals. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I did put that down as a note. And then this is the thing I got stuck on until the very end. I was like, the show forgets about dinosaurs and I guess floors evolution, but doesn't because I was like, because like, they just make the animal and then it just exists. Like it's not like it's evolving into like this or anything like that. Like the modifications you can argue is part of it, but like that's why I was like, oh, it does, but it doesn't because it's just like a sudden change. Um, and I said that Saturn, who is one of the characters, I said he's the mythical goat because he just kept making mythical creatures. Uh, but none of them obviously got used, which was quite sad. Then I just had random facts that I thought were interesting as well. Like a hippo's more closely related to a dolphin than a seal is. Um,
Yeah, I
I
remember
also
that one. I was surprised as well.
I also said flying snakes are real. And then I made a note of it because they're called paradise flying snakes. I can put them in the edit, so it's like just above us. But yeah, those are real, which kind of scared me. Um, Obviously they can't really attack us, but they can fly. I think up to like 12 feet or something like that.
These ones, yeah, I needed a reminder, but yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Um. So, like I said, that was kind of terrifying to learn. Um. I also said that starfish have a messed up way on how they eat. Do you know about this?
It rings a bell, but remind me.
So what they do is they eat with their stomach. Their stomach like comes out of their mouth and then like
Yeah.
encloses whatever like is like its prey into its stomach. So it doesn't like go through its mouth, it just goes straight into its stomach, but its stomach comes out of its body.
Okay. I mean,
I thought that was messed
just
up.
just imagine if that was done on like a much bigger creature.
That's what I mean. Like it's messed up. Like that's so disgusting. And also like how like vulnerable that like imagine just watching something's stomach just come out of its mouth. Like that's so gross. um I also put football fish. I know that in other countries they're more known as like anglerfish. I said that their mating ritual is kind of messed up as well. Because what they do is the males uh I can't remember what the
That's
term's
the ugly
called.
one, right?
Huh? Yeah,
That's a very
it's kind of
ugly one
ugly. Yeah. Um,
from Nemo and stuff.
is it Nemo? Oh yeah, it is. It is. It's a Nemo. Yeah. Um, but yeah, what they do, like I said, I can't remember the term for it, but basically the males merge into the female, so like their bodies become one, and then the male just becomes basically just a sperm sac, just for the male to get female to get pregnant. Like that's
What
literally its whole
the
purpose. Yeah. Yeah, so I got a couple of
holy?
them. Um, Other interesting things that I made notes of was I put the Heavens design team also works for Hell, which I thought was quite interesting because like they invent like Cerberus and stuff for Hell, and Hell's more of like a
Yeah.
theme park and like an attraction. Like it seems a bit weird because like it seems like Hell's kind of a fun place even though it's not meant to be. I don't think. um, I also put sea otter supremacy, even though the show doesn't really like sea otters because like they call sea otters like the ugly ones, like all the other otters like really cute, and then sea otters like a menace. I believe it was, or it might have been the giant otters, but either way, I really like the otters, anyways. Um, they also made a Sharknado reference at some point, so I made a note of that because there was a whole episode where they invent like the hammerhead shark and I think like the surgeonfish or something like that. But like they have like this entire ocean full of like sharks, and then they create like some kind of storm, or the storm already happens, and the sharks get sucked up into the storm. So I was like, oh, that's a Sharknado reference. I also put this one was quite interesting for me, was that they explain how invisibility as a superpower doesn't work. Do you know about that?
God, I don't remember this one. No.
So they were explaining like translucence, and that nothing can be like truly invisible, and it's because of our like red blood cells that like you can't make them like lose their color because they have to be red. I think it's just because of like how they work or something like that.
Right.
Um, and I think it's also because I think the reason why they're red is because they carry oxygen. I'm not certain. Um, so you can never be truly translucent. So there's no such creature that's truly translucent. And like they explain how like things that are kind of translucent still need like help. Like for example, like jellyfish, like they use like the sunlight of like the sun to like blend in the ocean. That like it'll look like a bright light from up top and stuff like that. Or
Yeah,
like that is
camouflaging.
yeah. So it's essentially just camouflage, not like true invisibility. Um, the other one I put down, at this point, I just started naming animals because I thought they were cool. So there was a bird called a long-tailed mannequin, and I thought that one was really cool because they start off the episode talking about like why it's cool. First of all, it looks cool. I don't know if you've seen it, um, so I'll definitely put a picture up for people to see. Um,
I'm pulling up the animals as you say,
yeah,
so I can
so
remember.
that one looks cool, but the main thing that makes it unique is that it profits from other people's failures. So what they do is their like mating ritual is that they like do a dance to impress like the female, right? Um, but what they do is they have like a sidekick with them that is another male, but they recruit a male that is worse at dancing than them, so they look better. So they look better from dancing because they've got someone that's bad at dancing, but it's also good for the male that's bad at dancing because they can learn how to dance from that person, like from that bird.
I see. Okay.
So it's like a mutual like relationship, but it's so like funny and messed up that they basically just dragging someone under the bus just to like come on, do this for me, man. Like like show them that I've got skills, please. So I thought that one was interesting. Episode 12, dinosaurs finally mentioned. So like I said, I kept on to this for the entire season. Um, and something I will show, because it was like outrageous to me, was that when they were showing, because like in between sessions or like episodes, um they have like a little like box to show like a picture of the animal and then like name some like other facts about them. And when the T-Rex was mentioned and they put like a box about it, it's like some like CGI rendering of a T-Rex, but it seems like it's ripped from like another documentary or something because it's got subtitles underneath it. Uh,
Okay.
that are just talking about it, even though it's nothing to do. Like it's not moving or anything. It's just a still shot on like the picture, so it just seems like they ripped it. So yeah, from
Um.
like a serious, like I guess a literal standpoint, it wasn't like the greatest, but it was very informative and factual. So in the end, I did give it a rating of 7 out of 10. Um, because I still found it very interesting, and there were moments that were still quite funny, and I think they picked the right animals to like kind of like show like the brutal sides of. Um,
Yeah, that's where I want to get to the meat of it. Like, how did you feel about the show in itself? Because it's very, I would say, it's very different from the usual shows.
Yeah, like I said, like I can't say that I appreciated the fact it's episodic just because I'm not the biggest fan of episodic shows just in general, but I did like I said, like I liked that it was very informative and that it was talking about like nature and animals. Like I thought the characters were really well done as well, like because they made them all like fanatics of like a specific kind of thing. Like there's a guy that really likes cute creatures. There's the woman that likes birds, the guy that likes snakes, the guy that likes mythical creatures, essentially. And I think that starting out, I was like, why are they making it like, oh, this guy likes snakes? But then like they managed to like explore like that kind of like they picked the right animals to explore a variety of different like things about animals, I suppose,
Yeah.
which I didn't expect because, like I said, like I wouldn't have learned about like the flying snakes and like how like that works as well because like they also explain how they do it as well. Like for flying snakes, they like spread their spine out so it becomes more like a glider. Um, so which like I said, I had no idea about like those kind of things, so I thought that was quite interesting. So yeah, I think like information wise, it was really good. I think it would be good for like a younger audience as well to like learn, because there's nothing inherently like bad about the show. Um, they essentially call like God like a bit like lazy essentially. Like they're like, oh, God couldn't be bothered to make creatures, so he employed these like 6 guys to make them, and it's
I
like,
mean,
yeah. But
can
do
you
you
blame
think
him?
do you,
I mean, he's still overwatching. He's still the one saying yes
yeah,
or
he's still
no.
approving it, but do they want to hear about a guy that's too lazy to make animals? Like,
He's just using the gifts that he has to make things as fast as possible without him, having to do a lot of work.
that's what I thought. That like I thought that was like a cool like perspective to take, like the fact that like, oh, he can't just do it all himself. Like he does like having like a team to help him. So I thought that aspect was cool and it's quite like a unique perspective. So I did like that a lot, to be honest. But yeah, so I thought it was interesting, and also the fact, even though it's called Heaven's Design Team, you don't really, unless that workplace is heaven, you don't really see heaven that much. Like it's just that testing
That's how
area essentially.
that's how I thought. I thought that area was like part of heaven where
Yeah.
they were working on.
So yeah,
Uh,
but I thought it was quite cool.
yeah, I mean, like you said, I thought. Of course, when I watched it as seasonal, so it was like an episode every week, which
Yeah.
I feel like it fits better the format to watch it rather than what you had to do. But you know,
I don't mind it because I can see some things being forgettable. Because although it was episodic, there were like I believe you said it when you were telling me about it. It was like there are things that still kind of connect the episodes together, and I think that is true. Like overall, it is episodic. You can kind of watch whatever one, but like at the same time, there was like I mean, I think episode 11 and 12 both like connected to each other. I'm pretty sure.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean,
So yeah.
uh, a lot of I mean, maybe I shouldn't say a lot of, but I know there's like a good amount of episodic shows that do episodic, but eventually down the line they uh put together one episode and another, or like make a storyline from one episode that they did previously and
Hmm.
try to make something out of that for that one episode. And it's just something they do, like they do it on Detective Conan, for example. uh but as you say, it's like regardless, it still shows that you can just pick up from anywhere you want,
Yeah.
and you'll be fine. You might be missing some, like, details here and there, but you will be given those details if you
Hmm.
watch that episode or the episode after, whatever.
Yeah.
It's not so I think that's like, I think that's just normal. I Maybe I'm just like used to it now, but I feel like it's not. I don't know. I just feel like I've learned to not be as like annoyed by episodic shows, mainly because I just see them as like a one-offs, and if
Yeah.
there's like extra bits to it, then that's like a bonus.
Yeah. I mean, I don't hate episodic shows. Like, I'm not gonna say like, oh, I just hate episodic shows, but I like, because for me, I like stories, and for me, like for my definition of story is something that like makes like progression towards like a goal in
Yeah,
some
yeah,
way,
yeah.
which it doesn't entirely do that. But like I said, like it's something where you kind of just have to go to the mindset that you're not going in for a story, and that's fine. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like for me, I was informed that it was going to be informative, so I took it from a perspective of okay, I'm going to try and like get information from this, and I did learn a lot from watching the show. So like it wasn't a bad experience by any means, unless the information was like lied to. But obviously they're not doing that. If they give me false information, then that's something else.
Made shit up all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I wouldn't enjoy the show then. But yeah, I told you this actually after you watched it, that I was surprised you actually gave it a better rating than mine, because I was actually expecting the other way around.
I actually don't know what you
Even
rated
though
it.
I think I read like average 5 or something like
Oh,
this.
okay.
Um, even though I know you're into like these like dinosaurs or animal stuff in general,
Mhm.
sometimes like facts. which is why I thought, okay, you might enjoy this, but I still didn't think you would enjoy it that much. I guess I thought it was a bit more on the lower end.
Mm.
But to be fair, even though I'm pretty sure I give it a rating around five something. Um, it was like, from at least for me, I couldn't say that. How do I put it? Like, I don't have a lot of bad things to say about the show. I
Yeah.
have a lot of things to say regarding like um, uh, the overall writing of the show, in the sense of like I don't think there's a lot of room to do much more with it, with
Hmm.
the way it's like trying to put it itself as, which means like, okay, I guess, mm, if I'm talking from like an episodic, I guess, tier list type of show, and I'm given like, oh, this is what the show does and this is what I should focus on when I'm
Hmm.
like trying to rate it and nothing else. So if I'm not comparing it to other shows that actually have a story, like you say, or um just have a progressive like lineup of characters that it grows on you and stuff like this. So if it's like just episodic category, I can easily put it like very high, because to me it just felt like it was to be consumed as like a short thing
Yeah.
that you enjoy for however long it goes, and then that's it. Like, you're not supposed to like take great things out of it. Like, you get some facts told to you that you could have researched, but there's a better format here for
Hmm.
you to like actually get into it. It's just something fun. It felt more like a, in a weird way, like a kids show that can be watched by adults type of
Yeah.
thing,
For sure.
that you just like
Yeah.
like you turn on the TV, put it for your kid to watch, and then you, for some reason, you end up like paying attention to it. It's like, that's actually not bad at all. you
Yeah.
know,
Exactly.
that's
Yeah.
that's
Because
how it felt to me.
yeah, and that's exactly how I felt. Like you said, like I felt like there wasn't really too much like to actually like complain about. I don't think it left me wanting more. Like you said, like I felt like it was like a
Yeah,
perfect amount. Um, and also like you said, like I don't know what more they could cover with the characters they had. Um, I think something that did let it down quite a bit, but like at the same time, I don't think it mattered was art style. Like it just felt very like generic in art style. Um,
mhm,
but I don't think that was like a bad thing at all. I mean, it's not really like the focus, right? Like the characters look unique enough that they are like different and you can identify them. Um, and like I mean, they have like very recognizable names. I mean, they're just named after like the solar system. Like they're called like Saturn, Pluto, and
yeah,
stuff like that. Um, so like I said, I've got nothing to like complain about. But then I've also kind of like I know when you try to like pitch it to me, you're like it's kind of hard to like put people on the show, and I think I would
yeah,
agree with that. Like, I don't think I could ever go to someone and be like, "Oh, you should watch this." Like, it's just a if you watched it, that's good, and we could talk about it. But if not, like, it's whatever.
yeah, yeah. Pretty much how I felt as well.
Yeah. So, like I
Um,
said, I was also close to giving it a 6 as well, but I thought 7 was still fine because I did enjoy my time actively as I watched it. So I think the enjoyment factor put it up a bit.
yeah, I'm just glad it wasn't as that bad of a show for you to watch, since we spin the wheel
Yeah, I was
and
expecting it to be really bad when you said like, "Oh, I've got like two bad ones and like two good ones," and I was like, "Oh God," because I
well,
recognized the
I,
two good ones, and I was like, "Oh, well, it's not one of those two."
I also didn't want to like put you on complete trash like from the
Yeah,
start. Like, I feel like I want to avoid you watching trash as much as possible. And if I ever do something like that, it's gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna put there like three good ones, one really, really, really bad one, and then
I'm
it's
not
like
gonna lie. With
you have 75% chance.
with how you were talking about these wheel spins, I was so close this week to trying to put you on solely to not until I realized you've already watched it.
I've already watched
Yeah,
it.
you've already watched it. I was like, oh damn, like you, I don't know what bad things I can give you. So yeah, I mean, so that was like my experience for the show. But do you want to move on to what you watch now?
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, so you got me to finally watch ReZero.
Yeah, it's definitely
I
12
say finally.
episodes, right?
Yeah, no, fuck off. I I say finally because, you've been watching it for a while, and every now and then you mentioned that I should watch it, blah
Hmm.
blah, and I just never got to it. So I finally got to it. I'm going in with zero spoils outside of the fact that the main character dies a lot.
Which is barely
Uh,
a spoiler. That's kind of how you market
yeah,
the show to
that's
someone, I feel
yeah.
like.
So so I think I'm in the perfect position because it means I'm everything that's been given to me so far from the show is just completely new. Like I know like faces, right? I can
Mhm.
recognize characters
Yeah.
because they're popular enough that I see them, but I don't really connect them to anything. I have no idea like what's their purpose in the show or whatever. So it doesn't matter much. Um, so yeah, so it's just 24 episodes. Um,
Oopsie daisy.
it's whatever. I think my thoughts on it, like with the list I have, so I can like organize myself a bit.
Mhm.
Um, so first of all, I just want to say that I do think the show is good and it has a lot of potential, but there's this thing missing. So um, you watch this show. I'm not sure if other people watched it, but you watched this show called One Direct Priority, right?
Yeah.
So okay, so One Direct Priority actually had a lot of potential when it first started, and it was like very like a lot of people were talking about it,
Mhm.
how the story was developing, blah blah. And I halfway through the show, I was not seeing what people were seeing in the sense that I was not sure, given the limited episodes they had, that they could cover every single thing that they had to cover.
Mhm.
And turns out I was correct. Like they actually did not cover I want to say more than half of the lore points that they were trying to give, which is one of the reasons why the show fell so far down for a lot of people once it
Mhm.
reached the end. I'm kind of like on the. I'm saying this because I'm kind of like on the same line with ReZero right now, in the sense that I see a lot of things that have good potential. I haven't seen, I haven't reached like the end type of thing, so I can't say for sure that this is going to make sense or this is a thing that's going to develop really well.
Mhm.
So uh, I I have more questions than I have answers so far. So for that reason, it's hard to give this show, at least for me, it's hard to give it like a very high rating. Um, because I'm just missing those factors. Like
Mhm.
so yeah. So I'm still like giving it like a high rating. I think I give it a 7.8. So I still like enjoyed it a lot, and I think there's a lot of potential, as I said. But I need to see like what they're gonna do with this within the next seasons, or I don't know
Mhm.
if there's a final season announced or already or not. But
Well,
I would be
yeah. Well, currently we're on, I believe, season 4, and it's as of like recording, it's just resumed because it's like I think it's a 17 episode season, and it stopped at 12, and then like had like a month break, and it's like continuing now.
okay.
Um, so we're at season 4, which is covering. I think. Oh God, you're gonna hate this. I think it's covering the halfway point of ReZero.
That's fine. I'm not gonna hate it. I mean, I watched One Piece. It still hasn't finished, so it's like I'm fine.
Yeah,
This is not my first
and
rodeo. I watched Naruto back when it was like only 100 episodes,
yeah,
so
and
it's
I
fine.
want to actually bring up One Piece in a way because I think One Piece is kind of okay. So I just heard what you said, and I think that the things that you have issues with the show are valid. The issue is, I feel like, is that something like ReZero, I think, requires like investment, and it's kind of like trusting you for the payoff, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah, of
Like I said,
course.
like it's giving you a lot of questions, not many answers, but like I said, it's kind of banking on getting like a season 2 or a season 3 and stuff like that,
Yeah,
so it can actually go the distance. Because it's I think an issue with a lot of, I guess the way to put it is like mystery shows, um, with like a lot of shows either they try to give you immediate payback and they try to answer you the questions immediately, and then it's like, well, where do we go from here because there's nothing left to like talk about, or they kind of fall flat where it's like, oh, that this thing that you've been waiting like 2 seasons for was actually like really obvious or something like that. So the like I think the payoffs in a lot of mystery shows don't really work out, and it doesn't give you, I feel like, the immediate gratification, like because something that I'd want to bring up with like One Piece, right, is that something that's talked about a lot recently in like One Piece like talks, although I won't go into detail obviously because I don't know how much you know because I know you're not caught up. Um,
Just before Gear 5.
yeah, which is also kind of spoilers. I should probably mark that.
Yeah, you just keep it out or something. I don't care.
But basically, what I'm trying to say is that like because of recent events that have happened, something like Skypiea has become more significant as an arc overall because people are now
Mm.
looking back at Skypiea and be like, "Oh, this thing was foreshadowed," or like, this thing was mentioned or whatever. And but the thing is, when you watch Skypiea at the time, you just enjoyed Skypiea for what it was, right? Like you're not thinking like,
Well, that's the funny thing, because like when I watched Skypiea the first time, it's like, okay, this is fun,
mhm,
whatever. After you go through another 200 episodes, I would even say no. After like you go through another 300 episodes, because Skype is like episode 200 something, I
mhm,
think.
yeah,
You you then like go back to see like, oh, what was my favorite like arcs, or what were the most meaningful arcs,
mhm.
and you, at least my feeling was, damn, Skype was just pointless. Like it could have just
Yeah,
not been there.
yeah, yeah. That's good. I was just about to say that a lot of people at the time didn't really like care about Skype here. It's kind of like whatever. Like I think apart from like Enel, like I don't think anyone really cared like about the overall story of Skype here.
You had the poneglyph, and
Yeah.
that was kind of it. The poneglyph, the like the items like that Usopp used,
Mm-hmm.
sorry, to create his weapons. The Mary thing, like the boat where they had that one moment with the ghost
Yeah.
repairing the boat. But outside of that, the rest of Skype was, it just felt completely like,
But even then,
what
like
is
some of that stuff still doesn't
whatever.
really come back if that makes sense. Like like you mentioned like the ghost of
Well,
the Going
Usopp
Merry. Like
drops it eventually. The ghost of going Mary, I think, is important because it's the sense of like, n- uh, it brings you in to like feel more about the boat that will one day, I mean, one day it was written that it was going to be a sad story
mhm,
about it, right?
yeah.
So I feel like it's just a build up to the
Yeah,
point
which is
where
what
they're
yeah,
gonna
it's a payoff
say
that
goodbye.
happens way later, but at the time,
Yeah,
it's like a oh, this is weird, why is this happening? And then it doesn't really get explained any further until something else happens, you know what I mean?
yeah.
So, like, I think that's where like ReZero sits. I feel like it doesn't have the same like episode amount or anything like that or investment as like One Piece does, but it's one of those shows where, like I said, the season one lays the groundwork for all the questions, and you're not gonna get like all the answers in season two or season three and stuff like that. Like, it's something that's like a gradual payoff and build up over time. Like, you learn little bits as you know like things go because like you never get a complete answer. I feel like until probably the very end, but even then the end hasn't been written yet, so I'm kind of like,
And I mean, I don't mind this at all. I mind it when it's done like one direct priority, where, well, this is the end, and I'm like left with 50 different questions. Like, what is
yeah,
this?
that's what I
Like,
mean. It's like
what did I watch?
they tried to give
But
immediate payoff, but it made no sense, and that's like where
yeah,
that one falls flat. Whereas, like you said, like ReZero is an
um,
investment. So
yeah.
yeah.
And I'm just always been a person that like looks at when I'm watching anime, I'm always looking at the potential of things, like what it could be and what it
Hmm.
can be,
Yeah.
and I'm just waiting for the moment that we can get there, or like things start to build. So for
Hmm.
example, a lot of people don't probably disagree with me, but like I'm a big hater of fairy tale, even though I would say it's still like a very uh like I would not rate it low. It's like it's okay anime type of thing for me. It's like it's completely okay, I can watch it, but I hate it in the sense that they have so much buildup. They have so much that they can do, but in my opinion, they don't use what they can do to its full potential, and they just end up with a very basic and generic story anime that doesn't really pull me in. It's probably easier to pull in like kids. Like it's probably easier for kids to like get into it and watch. That's fine. You can be a kids anime. I don't mind, but as an adult, I just don't feel that pulling me in at all.
Yeah.
Um, and that's where like that's where I start having issues. Like, okay, you have all of these things made, you have all of these things written, this whole world built, but then you don't actually use it properly. You don't actually build on it properly. Then that annoys me. Um, so with ReZero, right now, I see the potential. I see where things can potentially lead and can go. I'm just waiting now. Like I want to see more, and I want to see like where it actually leads to, because I want to have a. I just want to find out if like this is the anime that could be potential 10, like a 10 out of 10, or if this is the anime that is gonna give you like good stuff to work on and then slowly like starts falling off instead.
Yeah,
Um,
and
or stales, like some of them just stale.
yeah, and I think that that idea kind of comes from, I think, the fact that we both really like world building,
Yeah,
because like I said, like ReZero has big world building stuff like One Piece and Fairy Tail. Like, because One Piece and Fairy Tail aren't really mystery shows, right? But like, they add a lot of questions because they've built such a vast and like intricate world. Um, and I think that's something that like it's something that we have in common, that we like the investment of world building and paying off. Which is, like I said, if it's a kid show, it doesn't really pay off because they leave it as like an empty mystery that never really gets solved or anything. Um, but like, for example, I had that experience with like Mashoko Tensei, like the Jobless Reincarnation, where like season one, absolutely detestable protagonist in my opinion. I don't like him at all.
I can agree. Yeah,
Like I hate him as a protagonist, but the world building that they laid in season one kept me watching
mm.
for season two, and then season two added more to it. Like some questions aren't answered, some questions are. Like what is this, spoilers? I don't know. You've watched season one, right?
I've watched his award.
Is season yeah? In season one, they have like a major like teleportation thing, right? I think.
Yes,
Yeah. And it's like that kind of stuff, like, still, as far as I'm aware, isn't answered. I mean, actually, it probably is, because like I'm pretty sure like the light novel for ReZero is like not ReZero, Mashoka Tensei has ended, so there probably is an answer. But like as far as like the anime is concerned, I don't think there's an answer yet. Um,
you give it a 5.
yeah, because I hated the protagonist. Like the protagonist completely ruined season one for me.
Okay.
Wait, you like the protagonist?
No, no, no. So here's the thing. I'm
Because
pretty sure I
his
thought.
moments ruin the entire show. You could say, "Oh,
I
without
agree.
him, it's a really good show," and that's true. But he is there. Like,
I, I had to look it up because I was curious how much you gave it. But like, I agree. Like,
check
he's
season
completely
two though. Check
detestable.
season two
W-
in
Okay.
comparison. Check the rating of season two in
Um,
comparison. I'm sure it's like an 8 or a 9 or something, or maybe like a 7, 8 or 9. It's going up at least.
you gave it an 8, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. He's completely detestable. The thing is, I have this like I don't know, call it gift, call it curse, whatever you want to call it. But I have this thing where if there's enough redeeming factors of a show to continue watching it, I can actually like ignore the bits that I completely detest. Like it's like they're not. They're there, but it's like they're not there. Like I'm not allowing this horrible character to stop me from enjoying the show. You know. Um, and that's kind of what happened to me to that show is I completely detest the character, don't get me wrong, and I hate like personality wise what the writer is doing with him, but I was able, because the all everything else around it was actually really good. I was able to just completely like close my eyes to that bit, and I'm not gonna lie, there were bits that I feel like we're just crossing a certain border that I'm just like, okay, I can't do this anymore. That I'm pretty sure I actually just clicked the skip button on those bits.
No way.
I'm pretty sure I did because it it was just getting me like it was ruining my immersion of the actual like
Yeah. No, it
world,
does. It does. Yeah.
and it's just I mean, I just how can I say it? Like, I feel like it's such a good, like, well done job in terms of like writing of like world building and the characters and what the storyline. Like, I think it's really good. But then you have those moments of like, okay, why do I need this? Like, why do I need to hear about someone who's definitely not his age? talking about things that he shouldn't be talking
Mm.
about. Like it's completely out of character of what the world is currently in. Which I know it's a isekai. I know that happens a lot, but I think that one is a bit too extreme in my
Yeah,
opinion.
but the
Uh,
thing is, I think that I have like the same thing as you in the sense of like for example, if Rudius was such a bad protagonist in my eyes that like I couldn't watch, I wouldn't have watched season two, right? Like I can still ignore the bad for what it's worth. Like they laid enough groundwork that I wanted to watch season two because like I know that like the world building was really good. So I still watched season two, but I can't ignore the fact that in season one he was the worst thing to be on the show. Like,
yeah, no,
and
that's
even then,
completely
he's
fair.
still not good in like season two and stuff. That's why it can't be like higher. But
Okay, let's
yeah,
go back to ReZero.
yeah,
So because I do have some things to talk about.
hmm
Okay. So first episode, quite funny. I'm not going to go through every single episode, but I'm just going to point out the things
yeah,
that
yeah,
I felt like were like milestones, we'll
hmm
say. So first episode, quite funny. Like it felt like something was already going on that I had no idea what's going on.
hmm
So it just felt something in midway through.
yeah,
So I had to make sure. But eventually I got to it, and it was like very like the first few episodes. I want to say they were very like convoluted in the sense of like trying to adapt to the situation of what's going on, which is, in my opinion, it was well done with the fact that you were doing it with Subaru type of thing. Like, okay,
hmm
I'm figuring this out with Subaru at the same
yeah,
time. Um, so that was quite interesting and fun to go through. Um, Even though there was still like I feel like within the first 3 to 5 episodes there was a lot of like questions that you were like, okay, I don't know what's going on or how this is possible. But we have to run with it, so it is what it is, and we're just gonna keep going.
hmm
The only thing that felt off was the fact that it felt like Subaru already had some sort of relationship with Emilia in some way, even though at the time he wasn't calling her Emilia. But you didn't see that bit. Like you never got to see that bit. You just know that he did speak with her before,
hmm
and that she was helping her. Um, so it felt like he already had a little bit more context than I did of things, and I was like waiting for like something to come out of that eventually never came out. And now I know that it feels a bit blank, but I'll get into it later.
okay,
Um, so yeah, very gruesome show, like quite right off the bat, which I mean I enjoy. I don't mind it at all.
hmm
Um, I think Subaru as a character throughout the whole show can be a bit annoying, but that's because he's a kid, so it is what it is. Um, I don't mind it too much. I mean, I think sometimes things get like prolonged when they don't have to be prolonged. Like, oh, let's make this 3 episodes because Subaru does not like realize that this is an issue. When we could have made it into 1 episode if Subaru just realized that that was an issue, and
hmm
it's like from hindsight, like someone who's watching the show, it's like, okay, that's obvious, and he's not realizing. So that means I'm probably going to have another episode of him realizing it and then actually dealing with it. But so that bit is a bit annoying. But at the same time, I let it slide because like, okay, it's a kid. He's dealing with all of these things at the same time. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. So I can see like these things like just going over his head, and him having to deal with it. The only thing I find very detestable about him is that he's too much sometimes. Like sometimes he's just too much. Like his reactions, his way of being is just too much. Like the shouting all the time, not all the time, but like when he's like trying to like talk to friends or people that he likes, it's like very over the top for no reason.
hmm
And when you do something over the top over and over and over and over again, it's just annoying. Um, so like that's like the only thing I would say that for me as a main character, I feel like it's the most annoying thing that he has, the most annoying trait. Um, then throughout the show, I also realized that he has like this obsession with Emilia that, in my opinion, at first I thought, okay, well, what is he gonna do? Like, as he realizes he has the power to like, I mean, you can probably like just tell the viewers because I'm going through into spoilers. I don't
The thing
care.
is, it's
Like,
season one. I think season one
yeah,
is
yeah.
like pretty clear to go through. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I'm also going from the
I
fact
will
like
put a
if you're
spoiler warning though. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, if you're listening in, you're expecting spoilers. Is
yeah.
how I see it. So when he understands that he can go back in time and stuff like this, I was expecting him to like eventually get used to it in the sense of like, okay, well, this is my life. This I just have to start seeing this as a power that I can use, rather than something that just happens.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I was like curious to understand like, okay, what are his boundaries? Because at first he wants to like save everyone, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but then you start seeing like slight differences with certain characters, like, oh, this character, he doesn't seem to like care that much, it makes you feel like, okay, if that character died but everyone else was alive, I feel like he wouldn't go back in time.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't have like clear answers, like, because those things don't actually happen. It's more like a feeling. um and eventually, I would say, you do get good moments of characters dying, and his immediate reaction is, okay, let me find out what's happening with Emilia,
Mm-hmm.
which then it's kind of giving me an answer. It makes me think that, okay, if that character died but Emilia's alive, you're not going to go back in time, because the person you care about right now, which is Emilia, is still alive, and you can see that what is like, well, it happens. Which I don't know if I like it, but I can see I have a reason for it, or at least
Mm-hmm.
I've built my own theory for it. Because I don't want to believe that he's an asshole. I want to believe that he actually cares, but he's just not like, it's something that is not in his control.
Mm-hmm.
So because of like how the episodes like went, like him getting to know other characters like Rem and stuff like this, getting to find out more about the world, getting to find out how like his powers work, the things he can say and cannot say, which was another thing. Like, I actually like, there's this like feeling of annoyance when know that something can be solved if you just talk to people about it. And I was like getting a little bit annoyed at the fact that he had the powers he had, and he never had the guts to actually tell Emilia what was going on. And it took him at least like 3 more episodes than it should have to actually tell her. And then he realized, oh, I can't actually speak about it. And I'm like, okay, you should have known this like 3 episodes ago, my guy. Like, um because that's the thing that seems like a theme within the characters of the show, is like, they don't want to talk about their problems. Like, it's not just Subaru. Like, Emilia doesn't do it. Rem doesn't
Mm-hmm.
do it. Like, I don't know. It's a little bit annoying. Sometimes I feel like, you guys can just like open up a bit more to each other. Like, are you supposed to be friends type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, but they all seem to have these trust issues to like tell people, or they don't have trust issues. They just have this feeling of like, oh, I have to deal with this on my own. I don't want
Yeah.
other people involved. Which, like, come on. If it's life or death, like, come on. So that bit can be sometimes annoying, but it's part of the story, and I guess sometimes you do it to just create more interesting like things happening in the show. So I can go by it.
Yeah.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, so that was another like big point of the show, and why I don't find, maybe it's too soon to say, but like, I don't find like the main characters, or like the characters that are most important right now, that lovable for me. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
like them as they are for the story they are in. I don't like them as like, I don't love the character per se. I can't
Yeah.
say, oh, this is going to be one of my favorite characters. I mean, I can keep going. So if you have something to say, just
Yeah,
go.
because I'd like to break down some of the stuff that was like mentioned, if that's okay. Which is
Yeah,
like,
go ahead.
so the first thing with like, I guess, people talking about their problems, I will say it doesn't really change much as time goes on. I think that a lot of people keep it like to themselves, but at the same time, I think it makes more sense than what you realize because of a couple factors. First of all, something you find out in like season one is that like Subaru has like the witch factor to him. Like he's like, I don't really know the best way to put it, but like I guess he smells evil.
Yeah, he smells like the witch. Yeah,
Yeah, so that immediately will put people on distrust, like immediately, because like it's like, well, you're affiliated with the witch in some way, or like you're potentially like an ally of the witch or an enemy or something. You just don't want to
yeah,
be involved. So like you just so you probably like keep it away in that sense. Um, I think I could be wrong in saying this, but when you mentioned him saying like that he can't talk about his like return by death like ability,
yeah.
uh, I think he tries to say it earlier on in the season, but it makes him feel physically sick. Like he like I believe
Well, the
it
thing is,
tries to stop him before like pulling out like countermeasures.
yeah, my point is he could have like talked about it before trying to fix the problem that he was in, you know? So there's this like bit where he's in the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
The house where Emilia is, Ram is, what's his name? The owner of the
Roswell.
house, I forgot his name, Roswell.
Mm-hmm.
Um and he dies. He's trying to figure out why he died, and at that point I feel like you already have some trust in at least Emilia, who is the person like you fully trust on, like you're putting everything on the line for her, and you're like everything is about her in a sense, because like you don't his life is like just based on wanting to be with her type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like the life he's currently living, at least. So at least, and he knows that Emilia is a powerful like mage.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so at the very least, if something is happening and like like you died, you have the powers to return back to time. Um, why why not just like talk about it? Like why not just come out
I
and tell
think
her, oh, this is
yeah.
happening to me? Because you literally just died and you don't know how you died. You just know that someone did it, and for sure, if you trust her that much, you're not going to think it's her. Um, so why not just go open up about it? And he just didn't do it.
Yeah,
He just
my
let
take
keep it running.
my take on that is that it's Subaru idealizing himself as like a knight because he becomes Amelia's knight and that like he knows that compared to all the other like candidates that have knights, he is like I mean in combat ability he is by far the
Yeah, but
lowest.
this was before the knight stuff. Like he knows knights exist, but he doesn't know that he's gonna. He doesn't know about the whole assigning of knights.
Right.
He doesn't
Okay.
know that he wants to be a knight to her type of thing.
It could also just
Uh,
be. I know this sounds like backpedaling, but I guess it could also just be like, I guess like an idea of like masculinity in a sense of like he
it
doesn't.
is. That's where I want to get to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because it feels like he doesn't want to like put any problems on Amelia because it's like he's the guy
yeah,
that needs to take care of the problems and I mean in a way like you said he's got this like cheat code where like he can't well I mean I guess he finds out afterwards but he can't explain his
yeah. He
powers
fights
to them
after.
so like he has to like figure it out himself and like this does become like a crux later on as well. Like this is very minor spoilers for like seasons to come, but eventually people kind of just trust him just because it's like you've predicted like so many things like correct.
That's what I'm expecting. To be fair,
Yeah, yeah. Where it's
I,
like at this
I
point we don't know how you do it, but we're just trusting you for it. Like,
that's what I'm expecting. To be fair, when I finished the show, I was like, okay, at some point, because of what he just did, at some point, either people are going to trust him a lot because of what he's doing, but there has to be people that are going to be like, how the fuck does he know this? He
yeah,
has to have
exactly, for
something
sure,
going on,
for sure.
and and
Yeah.
and they're going to see it as a problem for sure. Someone's going to see it as
Hmm.
a problem.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, going back to what you were saying, so the masculinity bit is what I wanted to get into, because that's how my takeaway from it. After I see him trying to save her a bunch of times without ever putting her in a situation where she can do something,
Yeah.
because at first I was like, is he just dumb and forgetting that she has magical powers? Like she can literally be more useful than you, dude. But no, it's just
Mm,
it's just him not wanting her to get her hands dirty.
yeah.
Like he just doesn't want her to get her hands dirty at all.
Hmm.
And I mean, in a weird way, it is him like having a dumb mentality about it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Uh, but I I have like a theory for it that kind of like fits everything. So my theory, because he does have like the stench of the witch, but he doesn't know how or when or whatever happened. It's like he just got put there and that's it. So he needs to have some sort of connection with the witch that he just doesn't know about it yet.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing. Um, it's assumed that the one grabbing his heart when he tries to say the power he has is the witch, but like could be someone else, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna assume it's the witch as well. I'll go with that. So assuming those factors, I want to say that he could be potentially a puppet to the witch without knowing. So like he could be someone that he doesn't know he is, in the sense that what if the witch has already used him in a way where he has his personality is not his real personality type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So like his personality is made up by the witch, which would then make sense to why he basically fell in love so fast with Emilia. Um, and because then like if you have the witch putting on to your personality that, oh, this is the person you're going to protect, this is the person you're going to love, then it would make sense why things would happen so fast and he wouldn't question it. And you would put her above everything else as well. Then the other point is the fact that she's, like they say very early on, that she's very similar looks wise to the witch itself.
Mm-hmm.
um which makes me think that that just sounds like the number one vessel that you would want to have if you were the witch. And she has, on top of the fact that she is a magical half elf,
Mm-hmm.
right? So to me, it feels like, okay, considering all these factors and what's going on with Subaru, my theory is that she would have to be like a vessel for the witch that the witch is trying to get to, but she does not have the ways or power right now for some reason to actually do it. So she's basically assessing someone to see through, accomplish the things that the witch wants to accomplish without actually being there and affecting it, and having Subaru do it for her. So Subaru is like the puppet of the witch that will lead Emilia to reach and accomplish the things that the witch wants her to accomplish, to then take her as a vessel.
Mm-hmm.
That's my thought process, which then explains like why he's so overprotective, why he fell in love so fast, why uh he has this like foul stench to him as well of the witch, why he has the powers he has, why he can't say anything about it and gets stopped immediately. um it, it fits all of that. I don't know if it's like gonna fit into the actual like thing,
Mm-hmm.
but for now it fits into all of that.
Yeah. So something I wanted to mention, which I think fits into your theory, but also it kind of goes back onto something you were saying before with like, how you're saying that like he's kind of like when you mentioned that he doesn't like if it's someone that he doesn't really care about, he doesn't really care about like resetting like time or whatever to like go back and like make sure they all live kind of thing.
Right, let me like double like go over that one a
Mm-hmm.
bit, because what gave it away to me was when Rem dies, and his like immediate, sorry, let's go back a bit. So
Okay.
um
Mm-hmm.
so he goes through it once and sees that everyone died. Like the other one died. The Emilia was dead. I don't know. Everyone was dead. Anyway, and then he goes back in time, and then he goes through different like versions of it, right? And but one of the versions is Rem dying, and he just keeps going to find out what happened on the other end, when technically he's already expecting to be bad. Like he's already expecting it to, like, oh, they're probably dead, but there's a chance.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it made me feel like. Okay, so because there's a chance Emilia is alive, you don't try to go back in time. You, even though Rem is dead. And that's like what made me feel like, okay, then after he had the very long talk with Rem, about how Rem loves him, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what made me like decide like that. I immediately made the decision like, okay, then it's not about saving everyone. It's about saving the one you want to save. That's how it feels to me.
Mm.
Because it felt like if, let's say, hypothetically, there was a chance Emilia was alive, I feel like he might not go back in time unless Emilia asks him to, maybe. But then, like,
But she
not
doesn't know
not like
that he can
no
do
no
that.
okay, not in that way.
Can you go back in
Not in
time for
that.
me, please?
Yeah, no, not in that way. I meant more like her feeling like so like down and sad, like so destroyed from
Yeah.
the people that died, that he would then do it based on like how she's feeling, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was the takeaway I got from that episode. That's like what gave me the answer I wanted. But go ahead, go on.
Okay. Well, what? Okay. So talking about that instance in particular, I don't remember the episode that clearly, so you might have to like just tell me if I'm wrong. But could there not be like a world where he's just like information gathering after he finds that like Rem's dead? Where like Rem's dead, but maybe there's something I can learn from this cycle before I like restart it, kind of thing. Because like, oh, if Amelia's alive, maybe she could tell me that she saw something happen, and then I can try and make the world like better or whatever. Or like, there is like potentially a world
I
where
can
he's
see what you mean. Yeah,
scouting information before restarting. Because it's not like a, oh, Rem's dead, instant game over. Let's just restart and try again. Like,
I can see what you mean. But at the same time, if I remember the episode correctly, I don't think I remember a single time where he was like that worried about Rem basically being dead.
well, he might
Like,
not be worried about it, but like, it doesn't mean that he wants it to like happen, so to speak. Like, he might just be like, well, it sucks that Rem's dead, but can I like, what can I attain from this to make sure that she's not dead the next time?
yeah, but it just didn't feel like a shock to him. You know what I mean? Like, it felt like, oh damn, this might have happened, and then just keep going.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
think that
he wasn't destroyed by it, is what I'm trying
but
to
that in
say.
itself, I think, could just be the fact that he's been through these cycles so much that he kind of becomes desensitized to it.
Uh, n- I would go against it because when every time he found out that Emilia was dead and there was nothing he could do, he felt very destroyed.
Yeah,
Um,
but I think that's more about him being frustrated that he can't change the outcome, and less about the fact that like he's not being destroyed every time he sees her dead. It's more about the fact that he can't do anything to prevent it.
I mean, I like I said, I could see your point. I'm also just, as I said, going with the theory like based on what I have right now because there's a lot of things that are unanswered. One of them, I actually like almost forgot that I want to talk about. Of course, you probably have the answer, but you can't give me the answer. Which is like them mentioning about the white whale that like if you basically get engulfed by the mist and the white whale, you just disappear from existence. Previously, like before this happened, before you know about this, you already know that
You experience it
the
essentially.
the sword, you know that the sword saint died
Mm-hmm.
to the white whale, or at least
Yeah.
that's how they put it. Like that's the reason. Which I was like, okay, well, but how is that possible? Because then you shouldn't remember their name or anything, and apparently they still do. And after watching the whole like fight they had with the white whale, it kind of like answers some things, but I'm not sure like where to lead with it, because some people that died in that fight are remembered because they specifically mentioned that they have some people that are dead and other people that are just like they're missing, you
Mm-hmm.
know,
During
which
the fight.
yeah, during the
Yeah.
fight, which the people that are missing, I'm assigning them to the ones that they just lost the recollection, like memory that they ever existed, type of thing, right? While the other ones that are dead are people that died in the fight but weren't they didn't particularly die from that specific like whale mist thing going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
So technically it makes me believe that, okay, well, you can fight the whale but die in a different way than to get caught by the mist, or by the whale itself, we'll say.
Yeah.
um
Mm-hmm.
and if you don't so if you die in a different way that is not in that way, then you don't get forgotten. That's how I feel about it. Which then leads me to believe that something happened with the whale and the sword saint, but somehow the sword saint died, but still is remembered, which means that the whale didn't actually like kill them. Like it was probably like other effects around it, which makes me believe like, okay, it could have been just a full-on fight and just turns out that she fell from a high place or something and she's dead. Sure. But it makes me believe that because Sword State was so powerful that something else was going on there. And because the whale is like the big attraction, people will say it was the whale when it was actually wasn't. Like, I mean, let's just put it like this: like if you're fighting a massive whale in the mist, and then suddenly someone like pops up that's like just as powerful as you or more powerful than you pops up, and it's like much like the same size as you, which means that person is going to be much smaller than the whale, and then kills you inside the mist. Um, you know, everyone's going to be like, oh, die to the whale, when it's actually not true.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel about it right now after watching it. Which, yeah, I'm not sure if it's like, I'm sure. Well, I am sure that's going to be answered at some point. It has to be.
It definitely gets answered.
Yeah. But for now, it just felt like, well, this is being explained to us how it works, but they still remember her. And yeah, no, I mean, I can give a reason why the people that know her don't talk about it. They probably know a little bit more that they aren't telling Subaru. That's fine. I I was I was more interested in, like, why is Subaru not like thinking about this? Like they literally told you, if you um die by the whale, if the whale kills you, you don't get remembered. But they remember her. Why is he not questioning? During the actual show, they were able to like count how many were missing. Like they would be able to be like, okay, if I brought 10 men and I only have 5, I don't know who the other 5 were, but they're missing.
Maybe they're just slacking. Maybe they just went to like, I don't know. They went to the local
I mean,
store.
they even mentioned that, oh, we have a X number of people that we cannot like what's the word, pay respects to, because nobody knows who they are.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
which I think is a flaw, by the way.
Why?
I think that's very stupid, because I feel like those are things that you can easily have written somewhere,
What, like the
and then it
person's
doesn't
name?
matter. Yeah, have the person's name, who they are married with, who is their like family gathering and stuff. Like, who are they attached to? What is their job? How old are they? And then if they go missing, or if like they die to the whale, and that something you don't remember them,
You got
but
like
it's on
legal
the fucking
documents.
paper. Yeah, it's on the fucking paper. You can be like, oh, okay, I guess we lost this guy. Okay, we can respect. You can still pay respects to him, even if you don't remember them. Uh, so like, I think that's a bit bullshit. They just didn't think that through.
So is that everything for ReZero?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think I have anything else to add. I
Okay.
mean,
I think we can. I think we've gone through enough that we can transition to like the final segment if you'd like, which is
yep.
the wheel spin, because we're gonna do another wheel spin, and this time, although there wasn't a last time as far as viewers are concerned, this time I can actually pull up the wheel, so you can actually see my choices because they're already pre-written on there. So some of these choices, for the viewers at home, are like, some of them are based on a second recording we're gonna do, but it's not out yet, so can't talk about it too much yet. But some of it will be based around that. Some of it is based around. I mean, I'll give some reasons as we go through. We're also going to explain them really poorly as well, to give like a bit of an idea, but also like no idea at all about what we're going into. So the first one, Craven, that's on your list is Lord of the Mysteries, or Lord of Mysteries, which is a Chinese anime. I think they're called Dongguas, or I think.
Is that...
system.
Wait, hang on. Let me have a quick look. Is that the gay one?
No? What?
Oh wait, hang
So,
on.
if
Is
you
it
want
this?
my little
Wh-
breakdown of Lord of
Where is it?
Mystery,
When is it from? The year?
recent, I want to say like
2025?
yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay, this is a different one. I thought you were on about a completely different one. I
Evidently.
mean, the viewers, if you know, you know. It's like this like I haven't watched it, but it's supposed to be like a very popular anime, and I think like manga or whatever they call it in China. I'm not sure.
It's like
I'm not sure if they
manhua.
have a different name.
Manhua.
Is it?
Something like that.
Isn't? Oh, I thought that was only for Koreans.
No, I mean, this is going to get talked about in the next episode.
Okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
But anyway, what I want to say is that there is this specific anime that got like very popular, and it's quite popular still within like LGBTQ community. Because I mean, it's a very good gay like anime that revolves around two particular characters. Well, I'm assuming they are both the main characters.
I think I know what you're on about, actually. Unironically.
Yeah, it's
Like
supposed
one
to be
in
really
white.
good.
Isn't one like
Yeah,
yeah, okay. I've heard of it. I don't know what it is though. I can't remember
yeah.
the name,
I
but
haven't
I've heard
watched
of
it.
it.
Yeah, I haven't watched it. One day I will, but I just know it's very good, or it's supposed to be.
Okay. Well, my synopsis of Lord of Mysteries or Lord of the Mysteries is guy gets isekai'd maybe potentially.
Maybe potentially doesn't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, I'm not sure. I put a question mark. And then I put Harry Potter meets Sherlock Holmes, searching for a book and also being God.
Harry Potter meets Sherlock Holmes sounds the type of shit I would watch. To be fair.
Yeah, so I think you'll like it. I just think the synopsis was really bad, but I mean that's the point.
That's the point.
So the next one, I actually have two because I was only gonna have one, but it's a film. So I think you
Okay.
can watch two films. And they're both
Yeah, sure.
like the same kind of thing. So these are two Korean films. I believe. I hope I'm right. So one of them is called King of Pigs.
King of Pigs. Okay.
Yeah. My synopsis is two men failed at life, one more than the other, but neither want to admit that to each other, so they talk about peak high school days instead.
Okay. Fair enough.
And then
Sounds like your normal life.
yeah, and then the other film that's with it is called Senior Class, and it says hot girl has secrets in the night. Webtoon wannabe writer finds out and wants to help. His girlfriend, on the other hand, has other ideas.
Okay, I'm very curious on the... Why does it start with hot girl?
Because I read the synopsis and it said that she was hot.
Okay. So you don't... It doesn't matter what you think. She is hot.
Yeah, she is hot. She is objectively hot. You cannot refute that. So one of them that you've already seen, kinda, it's ReZero season 2 because now you've watched season 1, so I
Okay,
can put
makes
that out
sense.
now.
Makes sense.
I may as well give it a spin. I said it's like ReZero
Oh
season
boy.
1, but a second season. Also, he might die again, but maybe less.
Okay, great. I mean, at least he's learning something.
True. And then the last one I have for you is called Pororo the Little Penguin.
The little penguin. Okay,
Yeah.
that sounds cute.
I put Pingu in the city, but he's called Pororo.
Horror. Okay, it sounds like a cute show.
It probably is. I don't know if you'll enjoy it, but it's a cute show at least. So
Is it one you watched?
no.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Nice. You haven't watched this, and it's just a penguin in a city, and you're like, yeah, you're good though.
No,
You're good, dude.
it has significance for the next episode. Okay, it has significance. It's just that you just don't get it yet.
Okay, okay.
All right, are you ready for the spin?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, let's see. I don't know which screen to look at. Oh.
my fucking god!
Poirot the
You
Little
gotta
Penguin.
kidding me,
It's
bro.
gonna be great. You're gonna tell me all about Poirot the Little Penguin and what he gets up to.
Ororo,
I'm so
the
excited.
little penguin. I'm adding it to my list.
Okay, and now I'm ready to be abused in return. There's just gonna be some sudden changes to your list real
Why can't I
quick.
find it? Where's
Oh,
it from?
the Korean name is like Borororo. Hang on, I've got it
Oh,
linked.
so,
I can
okay.
link you it. I did make a link because I know it was hard to find. Hang on.
I think I found it, but what does it have like 6 seasons?
Maybe, but you're only watching the first one. Hang on. Can I find it?
I think I found it.
It's got 52 episodes. And they're 5
let me
minutes
see.
long.
Okay, no, I think I found like a movie then. Hang on.
Find something in relation, because it should be like in relation to. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
for some reason
that's
I did
true.
not save it. That
Parent,
so
yeah.
stupid.
I think this is it. 52 episodes. Yeah.
5
I found
minutes.
it.
Yeah. You're gonna love
This
it.
is a kid. It's a kids show.
You're gonna love it. It's down your street. I'll watch
Why
it
is
with
this
you.
the
I'll watch it with
Why
you.
is this the highest rated top 10 in 2003?
You will find out in the next episode. But yeah,
Alright.
do you wanna hit me with my 4 or 5 or however many you've put me on?
So it's probably easier if like I just give you the names and you
Yeah,
write.
just type them out. Yeah.
Okay. So first one, I have Sword of the Stranger.
Sword of the Stranger.
You got any ideas what this could be?
It's probably. I'm going to assume it's either Korean or Chinese, just from the name.
Okay.
Because it feels like one of those like power fantasy kind of things. Like it feels like a solo leveling kind of show. No.
Sure. The little thing I can give you is angry sword guy adopts a kid and proceeds to solve every problem with extreme violence.
What?
It's a movie. It's a movie.
It's a movie. Okay.
Yes.
How long is it?
Let me have a look. I don't think it's that long. I'm having a look really quick. It's an hour and 40 minutes,
If
so
you
it
want to
doesn't
slap
reach
on
2
a
hours.
second film for that role, I don't mind. I don't mind watching 2 movies for the week. If you want to.
If you land on it, we'll think about it.
Okay.
Because I already have an idea of second movie if so.
Oh god. It's Poirot the movie.
Okay. Next one is one that I'm surprised you haven't watched because you told me you were gonna watch it, unless you lied.
Like
Akudama Drive.
Yeah, I haven't watched this yet.
Okay. I mean, I guess you already
seeing it. I keep hovering it, and I'm like, oh, I might watch this, and then I never.
Okay. Cyberpunk criminals get together for the worst group project ever.
Right. It sounds a bit like
a little
Napbacker in a way.
I mean, I've never watched it, but the little bit I know about it, I can see what you mean.
Yeah,
kind
I feel like Nambaka's probably turned up to 100. This one's probably a bit more tame, but yeah.
Next one I have is Summer Ghost.
Summer Ghost. I can't wait for the synopsis of this one.
3 sad teenagers meet a ghost because apparently therapy was unavailable.
So it's like Hannah Hannah in a way.
So the funny thing about this, I've never watched Summer Ghost, so it's supposed to be good.
Okay.
And I thought, I could make something out of the synopsis of it and try to make something out of this. But instead, I just let ChatGPT do it for me, and that's what it gave me. I just found it funny. Therapy wasn't available, so I guess I speak to ghosts.
Talk to ghosts, yeah.
Okay, next one and last one is Somali and the Forest Spirit.
What?
So a giant robot dad has to escort his tiny human daughter through a world where humans are basically illegal Pokemon.
Okay. Yeah, let me
Yeah,
just
good luck with
refresh
that
this
one.
so it does the spinny thing on the screen. Okay. I don't. Okay, so for what I want to land on, it's probably Sword of the Stranger or Akadama Drive. I honestly don't sound like I want to watch Somali and the Forest Spirit or Summer Ghost. I
Well, I
don't.
will say that all of them are high rated. Maybe like not like all of them above 80% on the
Yeah, well,
website I
you can't
use, but
complain
like
because yours was top 10 in like 2003 or whatever, right? So.
yes, sure. But all of them, I specifically looked and made sure that all of them were at least above 75% score.
Oh, that's
So
nice.
all of them should be good in some way.
Okay. Okay. All right. I kind of want to see Sword of the Stranger because I've never heard of it. But are we ready for the roll?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. I'll look at the screen. It's better. Let me get it. Oh, Sword of the Stranger.
Oh, there you go. You ask and you get it.
All right.
Okay, then I need to
Yeah,
put you
hit
on
me with
another
a
movie.
second film. Hit me with a second film.
I think you haven't watched this, so this is like the perfect one because this is something I want to put you on before.
There's Pororo, the movie one.
No. I told you like this time I'm gonna give you something good because what I gave you before it
Wait,
was okay,
you're
but it
telling
wasn't
me
good.
that Pororo is not good when it's top 10 in 2003?
I'm just making sure you haven't. Okay, you haven't. Okay, then my second movie will be Summer Wars.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I've heard of that one. So yeah, that's fine. But yeah,
Do you want me to like ask ChatGPT if he can give me like something quick?
sure. I can't wait for them to just take the title like literally and not be about what it's about. It's like there's a war that happens in summer.
It says boy gets invited to grandma's house and accidentally has to save the entire internet from a digital terrorist while pretending to be someone else's boyfriend.
like that sounds like the Digimon game you've just played, bro.
Honestly, I can see it. That's kind of.
It just sounds like that plot line.
But
Okay,
yeah,
well, yeah.
Summer Wars, by the way, right now, I think is my favorite movie. I think.
Oh, okay. All right then.
I have to go back to my list, but I'm pretty sure it's like I give it a 10. Yeah, I did. I give it a 10.
All right. I'll look forward to that then. But yeah,
Mm.
so the next episode that will come out shouldn't have like us talking about these shows. It should be more like informative. We're gonna talk about like the what's the word, like the rise of like Korean and like Chinese like anime and like media. We'll go more into specifics obviously during that episode. Um, but yeah, so we'll be back probably. I mean, hopefully next week with covering what we've watched, and yeah, we'll see you then. So yeah, thank you for watching Yapback, and we hope to hear you yap back. So yeah.